It's another style of thing.
This is Lemon City.
Lemon City.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lemon City. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lemon City, podcast that will always bring you stories that spark joy and conversations that will always brighten up your mood. This is the first season and the first episode of its own kind. Hope you're gonna love this because trust me, the stories will surely spark that joy. So, this very episode, I have an interesting friend of mine, man. We're here to talk about a lot, and I'm sure you will want to have what we're saying. What's up, man? So,
You're good?
yeah, I'm good, man. Happy having you here today. We're here to talk about everything. Everything. All of it.
What?
Like, everything. We talk about life, man. What I'm saying.
Literally, when you start, I just think about drugs. Those are the only things you like talking about. Those are the interesting things, having fun, enjoying life. Exactly.
You an addict?
No, I think people mix the whole addiction thing with the having fun thing. Maybe I'm an addict to having fun and enjoying my moments. But most of the times, if you want to get people to loosen up and enjoy the moment, they need to be intoxicated. Man, then better they might be young without all these other things.
Okay, so do you believe that sometimes to you, what do you consider as a drug? Like, is it are drugs good anyway? What drug specifically are you talking about?
There is specific quotes I like. This guy says that half of what we think is medicine is drugs,
Right.
and half of what we think is drugs is medicine. So I believe some drugs are medicine, like they're medicine. Alcohol has been proven to work out anxiety.
Yeah.
Weed has been associated with people being a little bit smarter. I don't say that it's a good thing or anything, but
Yeah, one time. The other day I was talking to some dude and he told me, if you ever have a challenge, let me say a relationship or that, just smoke one blunt and you feel like just wake up one morning, 6 a.m., smoke a blunt. You're gonna have a epic shit of the day.
yeah, that's if you don't start crying and texting your ex, man. That is the thing. You cannot predict your emotions once you're not in control.
What's one thing would you do if you ruled the world?
If I rule the world,
If you ruled the world,
man, I don't know. If I rule the world, I just think I would let people keep doing what they're doing.
what one thing would you do if you ruled the world? Like it would be like a law or maybe an enact you would put into that constitution.
I would ban money.
You would ban money.
Yes. No more money.
How would you be able to provide for the people?
No, I feel like the concept of money has killed a lot of what we think is cool. Like, very many people are not working to their best because they're like, why am I giving it my all and I'm getting enough? Someone is looking at someone who wakes up in the morning and earns $3 million without doing anything. The Jeff Bezos of the world. Then they're like, how the hell I get there? But if you ban money, people now need to again. It's like, okay, banning money would mean taking us back like about 200 years back to, when money wasn't a big thing, whereby money still had value because it was not money, the paper we know, it was metal, gold, silver. So that means it was worth something. So you had to do something to earn it.
But the times have changed. So banning money would if the world stopped running.
No, surprisingly not. I'm a designer and most of my deals, the ones that I call good deals, the ones I pitch to clients, are the ones that I haven't gotten money from. Because if someone wants their design to be good and I want to create something new. We come to an understanding. Facilitate me, such I do your thing. Facilitation can just mean feed me for a whole week. You know, I cook, I eat, I hang around. How you will have to be stressed about it.
Okay, but man, bad money would be. It's not something would be advised to do.
Well, but you said, what would I do without bad money? I'm telling you, just think about it. Money, just think about money as a concept. It is an exchange.
Because it is it's the reason how we are living, and we sometimes think it's because of money, man.
So people are not being real because of money. They're not. You find someone is out there and they're pretending to be something just because they want money. I feel like if you ban money, we shall also realize that most of these gay people aren't gay. They just want money.
Yeah, let's not.
No, my whole point is that with money, where there is money, people will pretend to get that money because it's a war of life. But if you ban it and say there is no currency, we go back to exile. I feel like it would. I mean, would you want to get bad food?
Nah.
So that means if you're a plumber, if you're good with pipes and someone is good with food, you'd go to the person who is good with food and what give them
a service. Where would that person have gotten food from in the first place?
Exactly. There is someone who is good at farming. There is someone who wakes up in the morning and goes and digs and everything. That's what they're good at. Then there is someone who knows how to cook. Then there is someone who knows how to fix the electricity. You do that.
Okay, I feel you.
But although I feel like that would fail very fast. Very, very fast.
I would feel very fast.
Before you know it,
Yeah.
people back to money.
Yeah, actually, it would feel even just me having thought of it. Did you watch the interview that happened at the Oval Office, United States, with Trump and Zelensky and Max?
Yeah, I did. I watched part of it.
What? What did you take up that interview?
These days, I think we are letting everything just be out
I
there.
only thought those things actually happened there in Uganda, but man, that was the Oval Office, man. How can a journalist in the Oval Office ask someone like, why not in a suit? Seriously?
Auntie, that came with the rise of this whole social media people thinking they can do anything. I think that guy has like a following on Twitter and TikTok, and he feels like he can just do anything. He feels
Shit, man. But it was right. Zelensky has been dressing like that in the UN and like everywhere he goes. The man is.
until, like I said, that all comes because of this freedom we're being given. You know, long ago, a king dressed as a king traditionally. So if these kings were basically like Vikings, they didn't have like clothes. They put on that, but a king still remains a king. You see the body and everything. If you go to the British, the queen by then is in like, they dress according to culture. But these days, everyone can dress the way they want.
Exactly. And I read something on X sometime back, and someone had quoted saying, never underestimate the power of dressing well.
Okay, I feel like the ending part, that last word, very unnecessary. Seriously, no, it is very unnecessary. Never, what is the word again?
Underestimate the power of dressing well.
Well, never underestimate the power of dressing up.
Because
that is a
because my own opinion, I feel like actually we all dress according to where we're going. I've been knowing, because I feel like the nature has roles that it has set themselves upon us, and sometimes we have nothing to do other than abide by them.
Yeah, but I think that is scared people. I think people like that president you're talking about, they dress according to how they feel.
Yeah.
Because that is them. What are you going to do?
Yeah, what I wanted to mean is that according to the way I dress a day in and out, I know where I'm going and I know why I'm dressed like that. You see, Let me give you an example.
So of leaning into social constructs.
Let me give you an example of let me use an example of one of our celebrities, Elijah Chitaka. See how he dresses?
Yeah.
It is okay, but I don't think if he had an appointment with the president, he would go dressed up like that.
If he had an appointment with the president and he did not have dressed up like that, I would call him a fool.
No, he doesn't have to. He wouldn't even pass by the first gate.
Until that's what I'm saying. I would call him a fool because, like I said, it's not about dressing up. It's about personality. If your personality is that, and everybody knows, that's why I went back to the cultures and the kingdoms. A king will remain a king, but just because they came into your culture, they're not going to change the way they are dressed. Put him on suits and everything. So I feel like Elijah Chitaka, because every time, I don't know him, but every time someone tells me about him, mostly they talk about my physique. I'd be like, you're a freestyler like Elijah Chitaka. And then I'm like, so personally, I feel like he dresses up. And one of the big things about him is the way he dresses up.
Yes, true.
So if he was invited or if he needed to go to the State House and he changed his looks to meet that, for me, that's an act of submission. That means you're going.
That's why I said there's some rules that nature has set themselves for us. And we cannot.
Yeah, but I would say, fuck it, man.
Yeah, you would say fuck it, but you wouldn't make it there. You would say no. If you don't want, you remember the last the World Cup that happened, was it in Asia? Those parts, you remember? Remember they didn't because it's a Muslim country and they didn't allow alcohol in the stadiums. Yeah. Remember this artist? I'm forgetting her name. She's a female from the US. She was invited to perform, but they didn't like her dress code. You understand? So she was like, I'm a back out. I'm not going to bend by them. I've been here for all these years making money. So they knew what I was before they invited me in.
Yeah.
So if they don't want to abide by what I can put to them, then I'm not coming. And she didn't.
And
that's why I said, but some people do not have that power. So if you don't have that power to command by the way you want to be, you bend low and do what they want you to do.
I don't think it's because people do not have power. I think, I don't know.
Because if it was, because someone else who is not in her position would be like, damn, that was a lot of money.
I would refuse.
You see? You would, because yes.
But I'm not even that big. I'm sure people listening don't even know who the fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some people, however much in position you are, sometimes we set our own standards.
I think if are not in touch with themselves, what the people, the rich people have done throughout this whole time has found a way of making us lose ourselves. People no longer have, people are putting on what Kim Kardashian puts on, what Kanye West puts on, what. There is nothing powerful for themselves these days. A lot of people do not have, they're not in touch with themselves. That is why someone can tell me, I cannot allow you in my office. Then I'm like, fuck it, I don't want to be in your office. Then I will leave. Because I know for as long as I've been, my dress code has never affected the way I do my things, the way I work. So by the time you reach me and you're saying you do not like what you see, it's like you wanted to see me and like me, or was it something different? And people do not have that energy because most of them, they are beggars. Practically, you are a rich beggar, you have money and everything, but you're bowing down to everything that comes your.
Oh, you want to date me or you want my work?
Exactly. Exactly. And if you want to date me and you do not like how I look naturally, then why the fuck are we even trying that?
As a designer, I've always wanted to ask you this question. What do you say about TikTok as an application?
Designer? Like fashion?
I know, okay, despite all that into the design thing, but I am someone that you know about TikTok. Has it been a great tool?
TikTok? Oh. I really feel like,
let's specifically dwell in the 256.
Yeah. Again, I really do not know what impact it has brought. Well, down here, but as a tool, very good. But you see, the problem with human beings is that when you give them power, they misuse it. So I feel like I don't see what it has really done for us. I haven't. Maybe just because I'm not so much attached to this country or something.
Worldwide, I feel TikTok is currently the greatest social media tool that has ever happened to humankind.
So basically, this is TikTok. I've given you free music, so you do not have to pay copyright. I have given you cheaper standards for you to show who you are, right? And what do people do? Porn, unrealistic things, thirst traps, gay shit. Of course, but I'm not speaking for everyone. That is like a large pool, like the 80%, the 70%. But then there are people who are going on to teach, to educate, to understand, to explore, which is also good. That's why I can't say it's really a bad thing. But I feel like with all that power, if someone is already messed up, like the beggars we're talking about, they are really just going to do a lot of shit that does not make sense, which is I feel like there should be restrictions.
Yeah, restrictions are there, but since it does not interpret every language, restrictions are very less. We have people here who are on TikTok and they are really throwing out curse words. They are abusing people, but in a local language. For example, on TikTok, if you use the N word, TikTok warns you it's not supposed to be used in there. But there are some words actually that are more worse than that, but they are spoken in the local indigenous languages, and TikTok does not read that.
Yeah, but I meant, when I said restrictions, I mean like global restrictions. But at the end of the like what I was saying before about money, TikTok is not there to help you. No, it is there to make them money. That is why, even though they could put some restrictions like totally ban the porn, the stupidity, the everything, it will die. It will literally die, because the only people on TikTok right now, most of them, the big ones, are people who are doing very weird things.
No, I disagree.
You can disagree, but you can disagree, but I'll just give you an example. Most of the times when you create a new TikTok account and you haven't followed and you haven't had a lot of following, you know the highest number of people who follow you?
No.
OnlyFans chicks.
Oh shit. But OnlyFans are not weird shit.
No, I'm not talking about that. But then you look at their content, and remember, this is not censored content. TikTok is not 18 and above. We literally have children at home, cousins, nieces, young brothers at home, or sisters. They're 14. 14 is even old. They had 10. They are 5. And now there is a whole trend whereby as soon as a child knows how to use a phone, they're already TikTok,
because it is very easy to use.
Exactly. So someone is there with all this bad information, but it's not that I don't care. I think it's the way they do it. It's an extortive way, whereby long time ago, when people sat down and decided to make a huge sculpture of like 6, 10, 8, 50 feet, and they just make it totally naked, that was art.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't nudity, it was art, but this is just, I don't know.
So now it's kind of brought out in a very different way, but that is very much disruptive, especially on the African continent.
Yeah, it does not teach. I feel like 90% does not teach, and it's all about self-discovery. It's like how Spotify revolutionized the streaming. You know, I am a small artist, I cannot be signed under a label, and I do this and I do this. Yes, very good. A lot of people have taken into account that if you're good, you can produce your own shit. But one of the things that Spotify does not teach you is how to manage fame. It doesn't. So what happens when you reach there? When you reach there and you're like that young artist, it does not teach you the mistakes you're going to make. It does not teach you that the vices, the things that producers and labels will teach you when they sign you. They'll try to nurture you into the industry. And another thing is that when you as an artist start out your journey, it's going to be very hard. Why? Because we are both going to be using the same platform. Me, who's good and probably not broke, then you who is like talented and everything, but I'm not broke. So I'm just going to buy for streams, I'm going to pay people, I'm going to throw parties. So all those things, I don't think these tools just make things simpler, but at the same time they make it harder. And some people say, and it's safe to argue, that TikTok is one of the reasons why there is a high rate of men who don't want to get married anymore.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Would you want to get married?
No.
Why wouldn't you want to marry?
I don't believe in marriage. I don't know. I don't know what I believe in when it comes to those things, but I just don't feel like marriage is what it was. Some people are just going to call me like or masochist, those funny words, toxic masculinity, blah blah blah. But every time I say I believe in gender roles, people roll their eyes. A man is supposed to be a man. Your job as a man is to provide, to care. Yeah. The woman's job is to nurture, to grow, to stabilize. So what happens when you're in a world whereby 90% of every living creature wants to be a man? Then marriage is more now like a competition. I'm with my wife, I'm still competing on basic things. She doesn't want to do dishes because she cooked. Like, what is going on?
So it's kind of becoming crazy. Like it gives so much headache. But do you believe that you could love someone?
Yeah, I could. I just probably won't marry them.
Why wouldn't you marry them yet?
Because sometimes you look at a person's journey and you're like, I know where they're coming from. I see their point. I see why they're hell bent in making it. Be it a girl, be it a guy. You can see the reason why they're so motivated to do their things. And you understand, this is where they come from. But then that whole thing it ends up whereby they forget now. You fight your whole life trying to prove something, and the moment you've proven it, it's your whole life now. You can't change. You can't take care of things.
There was something I read some time back, and it was, I think it was someone's opinion, that the same society that says a broke guy should not date or should not be with anyone.
Yeah,
But should be the same society shouldn't blame the same man when he married 3 wives after him getting money.
yeah, and I believe that is supposed to be a good thing. But everything right now is we are all playing victim. A lot of people are playing victim. You're a victim when you want to get rights, when you want to get what. Then when you get them, you're a victim because some people do not respect, because some people are not doing the things you expect them to do. So you expect a man to open a door for you, but then you're calling yourself boss lady. Open your fucking doors.
I've always told people this. I don't know. Personally, it's like my own way of understanding some things that I've seen and maybe, not experienced, but I've seen, read about, and seen people talk about. I believe women will never love men. I believe, like you said in the first place, as men, we must provide.
Yeah,
We must protect. You understand?
yeah,
As a woman, we only expect her to return the favor in a way that she was going to give me sex. She's going to give me company, maybe kids and all that. But men, we can love our women, we can love our kids and dogs. That's why they say real love is only to women, kids, and dogs. Men, we can only be loved as long as we can provide for them.
yeah.
That's why when I say the other side, that the same society that tells a broke guy that does not deserve any woman should be the same society that doesn't talk shit about a guy who married 3 wives, when he gets the money. Because as a man, to be loved is because you can provide something. So if I cannot provide something, I cannot be loved. But if I am a millionaire, I can love a woman who even has no home, has no house, because I love her. You understand? But if you were in the same position, would she love you? No, because you cannot provide. So they cannot love us unless we provide. So as long as there is the word unless, that means it's not true. They cannot love us.
No, I think the concept of love is very different from roles. That's why every time someone says gender roles, there's something. But what you're talking about, I understand. A lot of women, I'm going to say a lot of modern women have that notion now. They have the notion of he needs to cash in, bank in his money, my money, your money, our money, you know, that whole thing.
Yeah.
But then these are the same women you ask in bars when you find them a little bit tipsy, and they do not love their man. And at that point, they do not even care how much he has, because someone just came and is driving a motorbike. So how are we to, who are, I don't even, how are we to say that these are same creatures when it comes to choosing? These are emotional creatures to start.
Yeah, exactly.
But then I've seen women who can love. They do not care what you have, who you are. They can love. But here's the thing.
One of them should hate me. Damn, man.
This is the problem. That is the simple problem. A lot of people, a lot of men these days are attracted to such women, but they are now being like killed out by the other women with groups and stuff. They're just being, because there's some women, and they call them traditional women. There's some women who believe and agree in gender roles, not because they do not want to work, but they want to sit down and be the best version of their feminine side, and they want their man to be the most of their masculine side. I want my man to go out to work, to do all these things. I want to take care of the kids. I want to iron my man's shirt. I want to lay the bed, right? So you get girls are the 20s and everything saying, I cannot date, which is also a whole other issue. I cannot date and wash his clothes. I cannot clean his place. I cannot do this and this, because if I do it, then. So you find now even the good girls are being indoctrinated in that way. They do not want to do all these things anymore. And it's not about doing things like coming to my place and washing and everything. No, it's about the gesture of I've settled in as a woman. What do women do? I have this friend of mine, platonic friend. She'll come to my place, and the first thing she'll be like, your dishes are dirty. I'm going to do your dishes. Go buy this. I want to cook this. This is not my girlfriend. This is the small friend. But she's so in touch with her feminine side that she's going to find she's a woman. She's going to make me do my role of go out, get this, go out, buy that. Why don't you have this? And I need to get them. Then she will know what to do. She will clean up. She will do. Not saying that I'm a dirty person, but she has taken the initiative to be like, as a woman, I don't feel a feminine touch here. There is this famous thing I see on whatever, when they say, what do men like? Then it's just a room with a big screen on the floor and a small bed. And like maybe a PlayStation, and most men will be happy that.
Yeah, exactly. I believe most men get these big apartments and like some good rides because of women.
True. I say that every time.
Take an example. If for women, if it was all about you, why would you care about nothing? Huh? Nothing. I believe. Or most of the times the youth, especially this generation, or when it comes to the young men, have been led astray because of women, you know, because each and every time you want to please this woman, you know. I was reading something the other day on X, and someone was asking a question: why is it that most young men recently do not want to marry or maybe to date? You know, you can find many people who are spent years without dating, and they really don't want to do anything like that. You understand? And one of the people who wrote down that in the comment section was like, it's very hard these days to make some good money. The young men are hustling to get their lives together. You understand? The little money they are working for, they try to date, and this girl wants more than that. At the top of that, the little money he is trying to provide for this lady he feels he loves, this lady starts belittling him. You understand? At the cost of the little money he's earning. So sometimes they decide like calling them broke, belittling them, calling them boys. You understand? But you're not a man if you can't do this for me. You understand?
Yeah,
so
you're 20.
you get what
Jeff Bezos at 20.
you get what I'm saying? So this guys, they're like, I cannot work for my little money at this moment, and then you call me that, and then you tell me how unworthy I am. Yet it's the leave that I'm working, still putting into it. It's like, let me stay by myself. Maybe I'll find how to enjoy it with myself without anyone
With
telling
the
me.
boys.
You get what I'm saying?
With the boys.
It's very hard these days because all these girls, it's like, in quotes, like, eyes on the prize. But on whose prize are you eye?
But
Right,
then again, there's a second thing to that because recent I met this woman and she was like, but yo, I think you need a wife now. That is the one thing you've not achieved. Then I'm like, yo, I am not rich. I'm not Elon Musk yet.
Yeah.
This is like, you leave that aside. I'm like, I cannot even, I find it hard to take care of myself to the standards I want, and I need someone. But then she told me, she's like, a woman who comes into your house to make it a burden, that is not a woman for you.
A circus, baby.
Yeah. No. A woman, she explained, a woman is supposed to come into a man's house to make it simpler for the man to do what he wants, rather than worrying about the things he can. You know how long it takes us as guys to find something to eat?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, but the other day I was like, this is the reason I need a woman. I can spend 2 hours not sure what I'm going to eat,
Yeah,
and
yet you're hungry.
yeah, and I'm hungry.
You know,
You go back home, the food is already there. You do not need to think about that.
I was watching some video of some guy the other day. He's called Dr. Uma. He said he doesn't have a woman at 37. He has money. He's rich. But he was like, my life would have been better than this if I had a woman.
True.
I still believe love exists and women have this power. Like we said in the first place, they are there to nurture.
Yeah.
There are some things we as men we cannot see, but they can see them in us and try to nurture them into the better that we may not experience. You understand? But kind of hard these days to me that someone you're meeting right now wants to take away from you.
I think women have been lied to about their power. I think when this whole generation of women came in with the feminism, women were lied to. I feel like feminism was one of the biggest scams. I'm going to tell this like very first term.
To me, I say it's one of the unreal ones.
Feminism. No, feminism at its core, it's a good thing. It was basically there to help women. Because as people, there's some things you want to do. I've seen women who are good at architecture.
They misunderstood it.
Yeah, that's why I said it's like the biggest scam. I was talking to some of my friends and I'm like, you guys, do you know that if you entered an office right now, we would know, a lot of people would know, and someone can refuse to give you a job because you do not have a woman. I think you know this. You cannot become a president of the state if you don't have a wife. You can't.
Even members of parliament.
Yes.
Sometimes they are bold and they're feeling like, no way I'm voting that young man with no goddamn wife. That's gonna tell the family.
Exactly, because that is the power women have. So I was telling these people, when you think about it, when you enter an office like this and you see all these men dressed well, dressed in suits, do you know what? Those are not men. That is the representation of what a woman has done. Yeah, a woman has done in his life. That's why most of us, when they look at us, they be like, yeah, it have a vuvuka.
And the other time, wow.
Women.
The other time I went to office with an iron shirt, and the MD, the first thing I stepped into her face, she was like, "Don't you have a flat iron at home?" But if you have a woman, she wouldn't let you out.
She can't.
Shirt.
No, she
She
can't.
won't. But you'll be like, anyway, who gives a fuck? It's all about go like what?
But then there was come to belittling themselves. Katibabeda all sending nudes and doing what and doing this and that source of power, tricking guys into giving them money. Then in my head, I'm like, a lot of women, mostly of these traditional women, you know, they have the most like perfect marriage. She goes into the house, many that I don't hear, the man is clean, and you see what's fun? When that woman goes, even the man who has been having ego, it goes. Because as a man without a woman, he is very unserious in life.
We I don't know. We have this this thing in ourselves, like we always like, who gives a fuck?
Because men,
You understand? But when the woman is there, you realize like maybe I should do this.
no, men are workers. We are supposed to work. When I work and work and work, the things we love are very little. I may want a chair, but I do not want a beautiful chair. It is a woman whereby you say, okay, we need chairs. She's like, okay, we're going to get chair, but we're going to get blue ones. You see, there's a people who make these things beautiful. But then we go into the whole Smanyanga independent woman, and I'm like, okay,
Independent. But if you're strong and independent, why make noise on the social media about men?
you can.
Why shy?
I don't believe you can be strong and independent.
You know, I was trying to understand some things like this whole feminism stuff, and women are all calling men dogs and shit like that. And I realized, however much women are like that, do you know some women like being side dishes? Do you realize that if all men, do you realize that if all men in the whole world, we decided that we are going to take one woman, a man, it's women who would complain? And some women are okay to be on the side.
You don't even need to take all the men in the world. We've been at campus. There is this thing whereby women are okay. I mean, that's the double stand. I do not get this. I do. Honestly, when it comes, you can't even understand this, honestly, because and this is the person who just says that they're independent, strong,
And you're going to realize that
sending nudes.
they are those calling themselves the feminists that are always on the side.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to be looked at as like he's with someone, but what the fuck do they want anyway? Women actually don't really understand what they feel like they want.
Some scientists said that, I don't know if it's a he or she. Man, I should begin noting these things. But they said that you see how ants are? That is how humans are. We are social creatures. That is why one time in the Bible, when God wanted to like break human beings, he just gives them different languages. As humans, we're supposed to be a unit. We're supposed to work in teams. That's why I said earlier, I do not believe in strong and independent. You can neither be strong but not independent, but you can be independent and not strong. That is a problem. So we are supposed to be a unit, and the smallest unit in the whole world is a family. The smallest unit in humanity, I don't think it's a human. No. The smallest unit is a family. I have my brothers. If I feel like I can't do this, I call to my brothers, to my friends. You know, that's why we have classes, teachers, and everything. It's a social. We are social animals. We're supposed to be. Even when you're an introvert, I've met introverts who say, "I do not like talking to people. I do not like being around people, but it does not feel right when there are no people around." Doesn't. They can go in the windows just to see if the neighbors are around. Yeah, and it's that's the kind of people we are. But then comes in
We really have different.
comes in women who think they are growing and independent. They go and they achieve everything. Then they cry.
At the end of the day, they get pregnant without getting married, and you're like, "Daddy, impregnate yourself, baby." Why the fuck did you need the man if you are independent?
No, maybe they wanted a child, which is okay. But then again, my question is,
Why would you need a child from someone you need to?
why are you torturing that child? Children need both parents. People do not understand that a man, like growing up as a boy, you need your mom to teach you how to nurture your feminine side as a man, and you need a father,
Understand women.
yeah, to give you what it means to be a man. So when you miss one, it's not like when you miss the mom or miss the dad, something is not right. Just for you, your independence, you're bringing a soul into this child to torture them. That's why this whole generation is fucked up, because some people out there.
Single mothers are very many, man. These ladies, the ladies out here, they didn't grow up with fathers. They don't know the love for a man, man. They don't have that compassion, you know.
Yeah,
Some
but-
single mothers have told them men are bad people.
But women are there. They're beautiful. Me, I've met some chicks and they talk to me and I'm like, you want to marry me? Someone who just comes and they're like, if you say yes, I am packing. Yes, you are my man. I'm going to make sure you are my man. Whatever you do, we shall iron it out. But for me, I feel like, okay, that feels unreal in this kind of situation. But
Yeah.
there are women that are like that. But the majority of the women are not.
Man, them,
It's screwing everything
it's
up.
crazy out here. And there is this whole social media thing that is very fake, nothing real out there, man. People are taking a lot from social media. These people misleading the rest, you know. I believe social media is here, but personally, and you look at Instagram, people living fake lives, and then you get to X, people's opinions are being bought by people who don't really know what they are doing, you know, because they know you as someone and they've texted something, they're like, maybe he or she is right. You know what I'm saying?
I think we have put standards. That's why I was talking about TikTok earlier. We have put those standards whereby, as a man, if I'm broke, I'm going to remain at home.
Yeah.
Until I get that money. But what happens when I get that money?
I am gonna die.
I am going to look for the bare minimum I see on TikTok. So if the bare minimum I see on TikTok is a big booty gas in here, that is what I'm going for. That's where I want my money at.
Is Australia.
That is
Because these people will feel like they were the real people we'd be in love with. They didn't take us as shit because we didn't have shit. So if I get my shit together, I'm not gonna look for love, no. No, I'm not gonna look for love. I'm just going to have fun with those looking more that type, you understand?
yeah.
So as we are wrapping this episode up, you told me there is nothing like in your thoughts that everybody would consider like marriage. How about kids?
No. I mean, how do you not believe in marriage and believe in kids? I'm saying that you're bringing life to torture. It's like you not want to get married, then I don't want kids because I'm going to bring them and torture them.
Personally, I don't like marriage, but yeah, I mean kids, man.
You're an African man.
There, I need.
African men and wanting kids.
Yeah, I need a kingdom, man. I need a kingdom. So.
Yeah, but you build it. No one says, I don't know how to put this.
So you have you dated before?
Yeah, why not?
Shit, I've never dated, man. And dating, man, tricky. I've been with women, but I've not dated before.
But think about
The ideal of
think about
dating.
all that.
Yes.
You do not want kids.
Yeah, I want kids, man.
It's disturbing.
I don't know. I want kids, man. When you have money, you can learn. If you're being like,
You see, that is another reason why I wanted to ban money, because you think when you put money to standards you can do anything, but that is
because it is true. It's money.
yeah. But you realize that once you're stripped of money and you remain you're dead.
We'd find something else that would look like money.
No. I'm saying in this world of money, right? You're saying you have all this money, you're fucking bitches, you're going out, you have all those cars, but what happens when you're seated in that mansion alone? Okay, you may be one of these people who says, I can't be alone, I'll always be with people. What happens when those people start talking about their lives that you do not, and you're richer than them?
There was this show that I watched, and this guy had gone for camping. So when he returned to the city, everyone had died. Everyone in the city. He was the only one person. All banksmen were there, like all the buildings, them beautiful cars, the dream cars, you think they all understood, but he was there alone.
It was good and makes sense.
I was reading a book. I don't remember the title very well, but it was written by some Japanese, and it was like most of the times why we suffer in this world, it is because we compare ourselves to other people, not in a way that why is he having that, but do you know most of the times people dress up because they want to step out, and they be like, how are they gonna look at me in this fake ass shoe? You understand? I'm gonna put on a new Jordan because of that. But take an example where you are on an island alone. You wouldn't care about how much money you got in the pockets. You wouldn't care how tall or short you are. You wouldn't care whether you're fat, slim, thick, or what. You wouldn't. That's because the people here are here. And I was telling us we all can change in life. We all can change. As long as we understand that we are one single entity. And somehow, actually, nobody gives a fuck. But we are, you understand? But it's life, man. We cannot eradicate that thing in us that how is someone going to look at me, this or this, because it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So, tell the people, man, give them a few words of your last tonight, and then we'll close this up because it's crazy.
You don't get married.
It's misleading you, man. Marriage good, man.
No,
Marriage good.
but if you get that one person, look at them and say, no, I'm not marrying.
Yeah, guys, love is a beautiful thing. Trade out, trade out, because I know you'll cry sometime, but yeah, it's beautiful. Crying also comes after with beautiful things. I no more. You can cry over bad things, then no more. Good things come and go, so you gotta cry about that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Lemon City. Catch you on the next episode. Hope you. We love you. Yes. Cheers. Bye.